Hey, this is Jessica from Lunt Lettering and Design. Today we have a tutorial for you on how to install one of our vinyl decals. In this tutorial, you'll see me installing the decal onto a painted piece of wood to make a decorative sign. The examples that I use in this video can apply to any type of installation, whether you're installing your decal on your vehicle, on your wall, on a cell phone case, laptop, anything. As always, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. So, in order to do this tutorial, you're going to need, of course, your decal, a pair of scissors, a squeegee, which we will have available, or you can use like a credit card, works just as well, and then some tape. Painter's tape works the best for this. So once we send you your decal, it's going to look a little bit like this. This is a printed decal specifically with the design here, but our standard decals would work just the same as what we'll show you in this tutorial. Basically, you're going to have the transfer tape is what it's called, and that's what's going to hold your decal in place while you're installing it, your decal layer, and then of course the paper backing that will eventually come off. So basically what you're going to do, and you can use a ruler if you want, or you can just eyeball it. Just kind of depends on what you're installing. But you're going to basically sit the decal down kind of in the area you want it to be. Kind of looking to see how much space you have on each side. Trying to make sure that it's even. So that looks about good. Like that. So while it's in place, you want either someone to help you hold it, or if it's on a flat surface, just let it sit there. Then you're going to take your painter's tape, and this is what we call the hinge method. So you're going to take this piece and make it into a hinge. So you're going to have hopefully a little bit of space on each side that's going to hold it down. If not, you could use your table, but you're going to press that onto here, making sure that it is completely held in place. You can even wrap it around the corners if you want, just like that. So basically my decal is set. It's going to stay no matter what I do. So now for actually installing it onto your board here, you're going to basically take one side and lift it up, and the idea is we're going to want to take the paper backing off. So you want the vinyl decal and the transfer tape to come to you away from the paper. So just like that. So you can see the backing, the printed comes out gray for some reason. So basically at this point what you're going to do is you want to take this paper, and we need to get it out of the way. So you're just going to cut it off right to your hinge, making sure to not cut the decal. Just like that. Just lay it out to the side. So now you have your open board where your decal is going to stick. So from this point, you're going to take your squeegee, just press down. I usually press down in the middle and then kind of push out as I go, making sure that it's completely sealed. One important note here is anytime you're installing a decal, your credit card or your squeegee should never touch the actual decal itself. That's another reason why we have the transfer tape, is it's going to protect it so it doesn't get scratched up with installation. So basically just kind of press really hard to make sure that that's fully adhering to your sign or whatever your material is. So now we're going to go ahead and take off the hinge that we have set up. So you want to be careful not to pull off anything or to pull up your paint. And we're basically done with the hinge, so that can go to the side as well. So essentially we have set this up to where this is now holding it in place. And so we're going to just finish off with the installation. So at this point it's easy to kind of flip it and then pull it back. And then turn this. And then same thing, press as you go down the middle. If it's a little bit longer part, you can kind of go at an angle as you go. Main thing is we just don't want to get bubbles in between the decal and the whatever you're installing it to. So just press as you go. looks like I forgot to weed a piece of my vinyl, so we'll fix that in a minute here. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that's fully pressed down. And then basically what you're going to do at this point, the final step is to get the transfer tape off. So you're going to start in the corner. You're going to kind of pull it back onto itself. That's going to create enough of a opposite effect to keep that decal in place. So from here you can try to do the whole piece, or you can start ripping it and then do it in sections, which is a little bit easier if you're not super familiar with what you're doing. So just kind of, and then same thing, just continuing. And if you come to where you're kind of flat with it, usually going at an angle is better, so that will stay down. This one's actually sticking pretty well. It's a little bit newer vinyl that I haven't tried this on yet, so it's kind of cool to see how well it's doing. So just keep going. Slower the better, because if something starts pulling up, you want to catch it before your decal rips, so you'll be able to put it back in place. Alright, so at this point, I have it installed, other than my mess up there, which I'm going to fix here. If this ever happens, you can just take an X-Acto knife or some small pointed thing and just pull it off. It's just part of the decal. So now we have it fully installed. Once it is installed, regardless of what you're installing it to, it does take about 24 hours for the material to completely adhere. And it kind of seals. So keep that in mind when you're working with it, that it, takes a little bit of time to set. Normally when I'm making signs, once I'm done, I'm going to spray it down with the sealer as well, and that's going to kind of help to hold it there. It also gives it a little bit shinier look as well. If you notice at all little bubbles or anything in your decal, you can still use your squeegee or credit card. You're just going to want to take like a cloth or a piece of felt or something, just so you have something in between it when you're working on it, to prevent it from going through and scratching up your decal. So there is that, and that is our tutorial. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Thanks for watching our video. We would love for you to connect with us. You can find us on Etsy under luntletteringdesign.etsy.com, Facebook at facebook.com/luntlettering, on our own website at luntlettering.com. You can contact us via email at luntlettering@gmail.com, by phone at 208-991-4348, and you can also find us on Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at Lunt Lettering. As always, if you guys have any questions about installing your decal, feel free to reach out to us and we would be more than happy to help. Thank you.